miles to 60 miles an hour with 98.5 volts. Wow, this now looks like a little brother now. That used to be massive before. That is massive. Abrams is big.
Great sit down wheel.
It's an awesome sit down wheel.
Oh my god, this is not torque. Yeah, it's a straight line wheel, but obviously you can change that with a tire, but this is a bit more maneuverable. So can you see that? Because the tire is more rounder, but you can always improve maneuverability with this. It's quite balanced. It sounds like a jet engine, but once I'm moving, it's got this whiny noise to it. And I spoke to Veteran, and Veteran told me that this motor is not it's not a torque motor or any sort of off-the-shelf motor. That I think they've kind of modified it themselves in-house, so it's different. I'm hoping that the next wheel, which is going to be smaller than this, will have this motor. It's so nice. One thing I don't like about, it's got awesome torque, by the way. One thing I don't like about the wheel is, listen, I'm not like Leon on here. Leon is like 6'6". So when he gets on the wheel, can you see where my shin is hitting here? It's quite a high wheel. So it's not comfortable when you have to turn around corners. Unless you're like over 6 foot, then it's great. But yeah, if you're over 6 foot, like, trust me, you will like this wheel. If you're under 6 foot and your leg is not that long, I mean, my leg is not short, but it's definitely not long at all. But yeah, it's hard to maneuver because it's quite wide as well. So best thing to do is maybe even get a wider pedals. But yeah, that's the main thing I don't like about the wheel. It's quite wide, and when I'm turning, it's hitting me here, and it's not comfortable. Now, when it comes to seated riding, right? Like, you can sit down on this wheel because it's quite high up. So seated ride, this is going to be like the best seated riding wheel you guys are ever going to see. It's so nice to sit down.
Obviously, you don't have to press yourself. Yeah, just do your own thing.
Yeah, just get used to it. It's on medium mode, so it's going to be a bit soft.
Keep it right.
Yeah. How you playing? Go. It's a scary wheel to get on and off, though.
It is.
Because you're quite. Watch out,
The car quite nice, that's it.
yeah, because I think it's because it's quite high up.
Yeah.
There you go. So we've got the original side pack that come with it. Sponsored by eRides. There you go. And nice big pedal. The pedal has a click. So when it click, it's slightly tilted. If you have a look, it's slightly tilted. And if you go up, so when it clicks in, and there's a gap here, look. Okay, so it doesn't touch it or scratches the side panel. So this is, it's locked in. That's the pedal and the tire there. So this is the stand. It's useless basically. It doesn't really work because it's too round. So when it sits on the floor, it drops off. So this rear stand is not really a stand. It's just a protection guard to protect the bumper, I would say. Well, the mud guard, to protect the mud guard. But don't use it as a stand because the machine will fall off. So we've got the rear light, nice big red light there, and USB port and a 2 charger port. Nice big rubber there, sealed in. This is a modular light, obviously. As you can see on my video how it was connected. And yeah, side panel. The control panel on the top is the same as a Sherman. Okay, the setting is exactly the same. If you know your Sherman, you know how it works. So the front light, nice big 4 LED. It's very bright. That's the front. Yeah, it's a beauty. Nice and big.
Yeah, is it good torque, Roberto? Yes, it is definitely good torque. Takes time to really know a wheel. I've just had a quick blast of it, and it's a nice wheel if you're a tall guy. Basically, if you're a tall person or woman or whatever, you will like this wheel. But for me, I still prefer the Sherman or the Commander, just because of maneuverability. For a new wheel, is it worth the money? It depends. If you're as tall as Leon, then yeah, it's definitely gonna be worth the money, because you get that build quality that you get with Veteran in general. It's a good looking wheel. Yes, it is. I would say it is. But for me, I wouldn't go for this, because I'm what, 5'8", 5'7". So this is a bit too big for me. But if you're a big guy, then it's a good wheel for you. If you're a big guy. Does it feel as solid as the Sherman? Yes, I would say it feels even more solid than the Sherman. It's just built better. You can tell they've learned from it, right? It's just built better. There are some little cricks, by the way, Leon, just to let you know, there's some little cricks here and there. I know that, you know, I would speak to Kevin, our engineer, and he'll probably tighten up a little bit. And I'm sure over time they will tighten up a little bit. But I mean, it's a big wheel. You're going to hear cricks here and there. But in terms of just the way it looks, this headlamp is so nice. It's so well done. It's not gray like the way it was before. It's all blacked out here, so it looks nice and sweet. The controls is very typical Sherman, what we're used to. So it's kind of still the same controls over here, but it's just better made. You can tell. I mean, the trolley handle is quite robust as well. So is it better than the Pro? It depends. I prefer riding the Pro to this, only because this is quite high and it's hitting my shin over here. I haven't got long legs like you have, Leon, so it's hitting my shin, so I don't find it as comfortable as it will for me to go. For you, you might like it, but for me, no.